Meet the Peterson family. Our dad, the three Peterson brothers, and our families farm together in central Kansas. Our family farm started in 1882 and has been raising cattle and crops ever since. Please subscribe to this channel and give us a like and a comment if you enjoy the video.
Okay, so they're feeding hay this morning. 65 in from El Dorado to go with the ones I got from Salina. They're pretty full in this pen. We'll probably move the weaned heifers out of this pen and put with the weaned heifers I bought in Salina yesterday. Bears. Here's the other group. Look pretty happy. Still got something to eat. That's why this cow this year is with the black bull. She's got a red white faced calf. This year she's with that bull only. So she's not gonna get bred red. That's what all these white facers are gonna have. Next year's calf crop won't be so colorful.
Alrighty, we are working some calves this Saturday morning. We just got done working those. So they're getting to eat now. They were the steers. These are some heifers. Somebody tell us when the top of the market is going to be so we can quit buying. But these seem like pretty nice cattle. They've been pretty calm going through the chute. That's what we like to see. It's a beautiful day, beautiful December day. I'm going to try to go spray some fall burn downs here when we get a little ways through here. Kendall is at his in-laws this weekend, but we're still getting stuff done. Alright, gotta remember how this thing works. Well, it hasn't been that long. Hopefully everything works and we get a little done this afternoon, and then tomorrow or next week we can roll. Back in the saddle. K-State basketball lost, so that's that. But we're running.
Okay, it's the day we're gonna move them milo stocks on this side of the waterway to milo stocks on this side of the waterway. The sky still looks really pretty today. The sunrise was beautiful. I should have taken a picture. Anyways, we got another 200 acres or 180 acres or something of milo stocks on this side. There's my number 177 cow. I lost her tag. She was the first one over here. They are going to be a little eager to move. I hope they respect this wire. I'm pulling posts. Nathan's bringing the feed truck. So now they finished their silage from the feed truck. Came over to see what Nathan and I were doing. Putting this wire up here. And they probably need to go and find their pond pretty soon.
Alright, we only had enough wire and posts to fence the west third of this field. Now we're letting them over onto the rest. And so Kendall pulled up that wire. We don't even have it closed in yet. They were definitely ready to move to fresh stocks. And then I'm also here with the feed truck. So now I got their attention with this. We will get this closed in while they're putting their heads down in the silage and the new stocks. Hopefully keep them from going anywhere. Boss! Good girls. Just for simplicity's sake, this is the same ration we feed our feeder cattle. If we have the opportunity, we like to just make a cheaper cow ration, but we're basically just limit feeding them this so they're still hungry enough to go pick around on the stalks. All the baby calves are over there. They don't really, well, they probably eat some of the silage, but so since these are nursing cows, we want them to have really good nutrition to produce good milk and keep their calves growing. Whereas a dry cow that doesn't have a calf on her can do just fine on just stalks by themselves, plus like just a little supplemental protein. But these we give a little, it's good to give them a little extra energy. Kendall is pulling the wire. Not very easy to pull around the corner, but it's what we're trying to do. So I am holding this bucket here to help it roll around there. And then we're gonna have some extra. So I don't know, probably more complicated than it needed to be, but it was kind of gonna be one way or another. We're just gonna leave them open to the rest of this but their pond is going to be over in that opposite corner now, so I doubt they make it over here. So that's why it was nice to start them on this west part, just to get a little more even grazing.
All right, we got to move to the pond way over there. There's 3 calves over here have not found their way across the wire yet. They were too afraid of the wire to cross where it used to be. We shouldn't have to haul water anymore. I don't have a, it's telling me that it's hot. I don't have my fault finder with me, so I just decided to test it like this. Now you can hear it clicking pretty good. That's a good way to know if you don't have the fault finder if it's hot. Or if you'd like, you could just grab it with your hand, but that's not my preferred method. In real rotational grazing, you would take them off of where they had just been, but they still are open to this part, these 60 acres. We just pulled up the middle wire, and they'll be on the east side. They won't really walk this far over here to graze over here anymore because it's far from the water. They've already grazed it.
Okay, he made it to where we stopped with the other wire. This 240 acres is a really perfect place for cows because it has some trees for windbreak. You know, it's a big chunk altogether. So basically we'll probably, we basically have cows here 2 winters of every 3.
The cows don't seem to want my pumpkins from my porch. But they just got fresh corn stalk or fresh milo stalks, so. Calves are laying down and happy. I'll see if I can get a count on them.
So I'm out here drilling this waterway. We've got the cows and calves in here. And what's funny is that the cows are way over on the other side of the field, and the calves are just running around by themselves like a bunch of teenagers out looking for trouble. Also, they could go either direction. They wouldn't have to keep running right in front of me, but that's the way it's got to be.
Cattle stuff in the morning, spraying in the afternoon. Well, Kendall's still doing some cattle stuff, but not me. But he is driving the tender truck over here for me, driving it back, so that's nice.
Okay, I'm over here. I brought the tender trailer, helped Nathan fill. Got 100 plus acres to spray right here. I'm gonna go look across the creek at the wheat and alfalfa. Okay, here's some second-year wheat we have growing. You can see down the road there. We'll see how it handles the winter. There's alfalfa field. Dad came over here and cleaned off all the bales off of it. You can see some of his tracks right here, not too long ago. Pretty good timing on him. Walking back, he's pulling up to fill another time.
Look at this guy. Remind me not to run over that rack in the spring. Got my spraying done, but got a little late to chores. Dad is a little under the weather, so been doing his.
Just finished my dad's chores here. And gonna go park in his shed. All the cattle are fed. My brother did the feed truck, and I did my dad's starter wagon here. So we got the jobs done. Day to sort some heifers. This will be the last sort of heifers from up here at the home place. And then the leftover heifers will go down to my dad's to be matched with cattle there. This is a pen of 95, so the biggest 60 will sell, and then the next 30 will match the pen that has our home-raised calves in it. I had to preg check these ones separate today. I weaned their calves later. They're gonna be put on corn stalks here after we get them moved to a different field of corn stalks. So I decided not to haul them today, so that way they don't have to be led when they haven't been with that group and don't trust the system as much. Working calves today. My dad was busy, so I actually have Evan back there helping me. About 45 here. We worked the other like 65 last week. I just didn't quite get to these. So they'll be ready to move on.
It has come time to move these cows from the field in front of my house to a field about half mile away on the other side of the creek. And so Brighton and I, what are we doing?
We're feeding the cow today.
And we're gonna feed them, and then what are we gonna do? We're gonna catch them where?
To the next field.
Yeah, we're gonna move them to the next field. We're gonna catch them in my pen that I have here in front of my house. Once we catch them, we're gonna pick up all this fence that's around this current field and move the fence to the other field so that we get that all set up, and then we'll lead the cows across to the other field, and we're gonna kind of lure the cows into the pen by feeding them.
Coronado Heights.
Oh yeah, it's Coronado Heights over there. You see it?
Yeah.
Boss! The cows are out here by the pond. Boss! But they're gonna come running once they see my truck. Boss! Boss! Here they come running, Brighton.
Whoa.
They're gonna come chase me. Boss! Boss! All right, so we're coming up here to the pen by my house, and we'll just lead the cows in here. There they are in the mirror. Lead the cows in here, feed them a little bit, and shut the gate behind them. Hold up, hold it up. Hey, 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 right here. Yeah, now point it at me. Good job. All right, we're gonna do 2 now and 2 later. You still got to move the cows. We're gonna feed them the other 2 when we move them.
We are fencing another field today. Corn stalks for the spring cows. Just got done pounding a post, so I'm breathing heavy a little bit. So it goes back around this little nook, some good windbreak for them. This field was around 100 bushel corn, I think. And so there's a lot of corn out here on the ground. Stalks to eat, fresh stalks. They've all but picked through the ones that are on Greg's. So they're locked in that Sioux steel pen that he built with those panels. With that continuous fencing, they're locked in right there while we build this fence. Cattle are up $2 today, $1.95. People are getting paid $1.95 a pound, so hopefully these girls sell good today. They won't weigh as much as the steers last week, so it won't be quite that much, and it's only 1 load instead of 2, but I'm still pretty excited. Okay, I can't haul these in until after lunch today. I gotta watch my kids. 6-month-old has an appointment, and so my wife has him, and I gotta go pick up kids from grandma's. So what I am doing is pinning them up. I have 10 up in the front and then 23. They'll just be a little bit faster. And I have my semi backed up, so it'll just be a little bit faster to get to them, get them on the truck, get them going right about 1 o'clock. So yesterday, Brighton and I went around and picked up all the fence posts, which she didn't actually help that much. She helped me put them in the back of my truck. Normally that's a 2-person job where we kind of leapfrog each other, but I just picked them all up by myself, so ended up walking like probably 3 miles. So all the posts are picked up, and now Nathan and I are going to wind this wire from around this field that the cows were on. Kendall and I yesterday tried to pull the wire to the next field, which worked for about half of it, but then for the other half there were too many corners. So we're going to wind the second half of this wire, then we'll move it over and put it on the other field. Also last night you saw I was drilling some cover crop with steel. I was having to stay away from the outside of the field because this wire's still here. But we got about 20 acres drilled last night, and then I'll finish it after we wind this wire. Yeah, planting the cover crop in December. We've done it before. It should work again.
But it's kind of nice after the cows have been on it to get some cover, not only to smooth up the cow tracks, but to replace it with some cover.
Okay, I got 24 separated off. They're going in the belly. Those ones are going in the back. Hey, going up there, Hovers. Hey, hey. All that's left is the front. And then I'll be empty. Beans, we took over 100 last week. I told my dad I didn't want any. And so I told the other order buyer we didn't want any, and I didn't stay here in Salina. So hoping to take some next week, right before New Year's, because they're always higher in January.
Kind of forgot to vlog the rest of the day here. We wound up that fence this morning, and then now Nathan and I, well, we just finished putting up the new fence. First we unwound the wire around the edge of the field, and then we put up all the posts. So the field is ready for the cows. So there's the cows behind me. So Nathan and I are going to try to lead them. We're going to try to lead them from here at my house across the creek, and then there's the field kind of about half mile that way. So not too bad. Hopefully the cows behave. We were about to let them out, but the mailman came, so we're like, we better wait, not scare the mailman. A whole bunch of cows running at him. Oh great, they're already going the wrong way. Hey! Come on, cows. All right, now we've got distillers on the ground. So now that the cows see that, they went right over there. But we couldn't put the distillers on the ground until we were in the pen. So now we will just put this wire back up, and they are inside the pen, and we'll get the wire hot, and we'll be good to go. There's their new home for the next couple months. Show us how. What? Yeah. Show us how to expertly put in a post here, Kendall.
I threaded through the wire, I put it in. If it has a little stepper, use that. You gotta put it about the right height. For cows, we set it a little higher. For calves, it's down like 4 inches above the knee. For cows, it's more like hip. It's nice to have some brand new posts. You don't have to straighten them.
Yeah, we got some brand new ones. Some of our posts probably are way old. I don't even know.
I think they're gonna like it here. We've got some green wheat growing in the draws. They've got a lot of corn out here, and good windbreak. All that windbreak. So besides now having to water from a hydrant instead of a pond, they'll be really easy and happy here for 2 months. We'll have this one, and then we have a little bit more cornfield to let them on. So we'll probably do 30 days here and then let them on to the next one as well. Okay, so I had to pull one to doctor this morning. I have less cattle to feed now after the last 2 weeks. We've sold off 3 loads of cattle. So our distiller's use will cut back a little bit, and just total feed. My chores will shorten by, the length it takes to drive one full bunk line, so that's not a big difference. We have these 2 loads, 115 head, to gradually work on from starter onto grower now. Of course, all the cow chores. So still plenty to do, but it's nice to get those cattle turned into cash. That's the name of the game in the business. Looks like Crosby wants to go with me. Usually when I have the trailer, I let him ride in the back seat. He hopped right in though. I have 3 more breads to take over to put with those corn stalks. We wean their calves a little bit later than the others, and it'll be a lot cheaper to put them on those corn stalks now. They're just a little late. I wanted to wait till we put them on the second group. Just moving the group from 5 to 9 and from 2A to 5. Staying in the same groups they're in, just moving pins. Here's the cattle we're putting back into pen 5. They're from 2A. They're mostly ones from Salina. Plus, I think there's like 14 steers from El Dorado or something. We kept the heifers separate, but we put the steers together. Hey! Hey, come on, cattle. Cattle are really hungry. When cattle are hungry, they move pretty well, but when they're really hungry, they stop and eat everything along a bunk line. We we start them out in those smaller pens. It just allows them to find the feed in the water a little bit better. And then this pen, they actually have to put their head down on those ball waters instead of being able to see the water like it would look at a pond. So that's why we start out with those smaller pens and we kick them out into these bigger pens. If you're wondering, I think the steers he got averaged like 560 and the steers I got averaged like 610. We are pouring pens of cattle for like a little foggy this morning.
You know what that is? It's hot chocolate.
This is 2022.
It's that blue. Do you want to ornament still?
Kimball called Evan.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Check out our music videos linked in the description. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Snapchat, and explore our website, www.petersonfarmbrothers.com. See you guys next time.